What up, guys? My name is Kong, and today I'm gonna be talking about Batman Gotham by Gaslight. Batman Gotham by Gaslight. I'm just gonna say this title don't quite make the movie title don't quite make sense, but that's beside the point. This movie is Batman take place in Gotham City. Is sort of it's almost like I wouldn't say an alternative. It is sort of alternative universe, but it did take place in Gotham. But it's sort of in like early 1800 when they were still riding horse carriages. It sort of remind me of London. That sort of they have that sort of feels and style to it. So it is an alternative universe in Gotham with Batman in 1800. Yeah, 1800. So, what did I like about this movie? I like that this is a really different Batman. It's very interesting. You have Selena Kyle. I thought she was interesting. And then you have Alfred, and then you have Harvey Dent, and then you have Commissioner Gordon. Really interesting. And then Jack the Ripper. I thought that was really interesting. You're like, that was like you were. The good thing about this is like you were trying to figure out who is Jack the Ripper. Is it Jack the Ripper, the original one, or is it? It kept you guessing. Like you're like, who is it? Is it the Joker? Is it Harvey Dent? Is it Commissioner Gordon? Or is it a new villain? Is it somebody else? You know, somebody else that is introduced in this movie that Batman have never ever fought before. So I like that aspect here. It's very interesting. It's like it's a twist on itself. It's an alternative universe with a twist, and I like that because you don't get to see animated, not animated, but you don't get to see a lot of live movie with different sort of like different alternative universe, alternative. Still have the same character, but in alternative universe that they have different role. So I like this. You know, this is very interesting. You know, you get to trying to figure out who Jack the Ripper is, and then Batman is trying to like figure out who it is, track down the person, and trying to save the woman. Not try to save, but he's trying to prevent all the women being killed by Jack the Rippers. So that was really interesting. I like that. What else did like? There are some scenes in this movie I did like. Some of the fighting with Batman and Jack Ripper was really interesting, but some of it and not all of it. So let's talk about what I don't like about this movie. This movie is sort of, it's very I would say this very low key. No, I wouldn't say low key, but it's very different. It's very almost human, not human, but it's very grounded. It's very realistic. It's you're dealing with Batman's dealing with other people. You're not dealing with a mystical being like Dracula, like I've seen like last week that I watched. So that was like that's kind of sort of the downfall in the movie because you don't get to see more of the mythical, but you don't get to see other characters that you're familiar. You don't get to see Joker in here, which is kind of a bummer because you would think to see the Joker because the Joker is the Batman's arch nemesis. They fight against each other since the beginning of the creation of Batman. But sadly, you don't see it here. You don't even see Penguin Cobblepot in here. You don't see. You do see Poison Ivy. They do mention Poison Ivy, but then she wasn't. Yeah, there is Poison Ivy. What else? So you don't see you don't see the main villain that Batman always fight. So that's kind of a bummer for me. So what the twist at the end was, I like the twist at the end. Okay, I really do. I'm not gonna ruin it for you guys. I like the ending, but it wasn't quite what I expect. I was okay when they went with this, but it would have been much better if it would have been the Joker. That would have been more. Maybe they could do like an alternative, like maybe a one-off or something different instead of the person who is. They should have done Joker. But watch the movie, you guys know what I'm talking about. So Yes, that was kind of, I liked it, but it was still a little bit of a bummer, the twist at the end. So, what was the rating I give this movie, guy? I give it I give it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't, I liked it because it was a different universe. It's a different sort of Batman. It's a different kind of villain that he has to fight. It's very interesting, and I like that. I give them point for doing different alternative of Batman, which I appreciate. I like that. I like to see different movies like this. So 6 out of 10. Guys, go check it out on HBO Max. I think you will like this movie. I think it kind of gives you a different kind of Batman story that you were from what you're used to watching. So 6 out of 10, guys. Please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and browse to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of content for you guys to check out. Please do so. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.